Hello, my homies. One smart cat doing some Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and we have a lot to go through today. So I have the patch notes that came out a couple of days ago. I have the patch notes that came out today that are about to go through in a couple of days. So we're going to be talking about some past stuff. We're going to be talking about some future stuff. But real quick, the reason I'm a little bit behind on all the Texas Chainsaw Massacre stuff is because I have been extremely busy getting a bunch of stuff together. As you can see, I do have a new avatar. I have this new avatar. It comes like this. I can also get rid of the background. I just did a huge stream last night. If you're watching this the day that the video comes out, I did a huge stream last night. Went all the way through the Mortal Kombat 1 storyline, which was absolutely amazing. And I also opened up my memberships. I got a bunch of badges and emotes commissioned for the membership stuff because I didn't want to just open up memberships for no reason. And I just want to show them to you real quick because I'm extremely proud of them. I think they're absolutely awesome. They basically go up in rarity. You get the one that looks like my face as soon as you become a homie with the badge. That's the name of the membership. And then once you stay around for a little while, you get like the higher rarity stuff. You get green, blue, purple, you know, just like loot rarity or card rarity if you're into like magic cards and stuff like that. And then let me show you these beautiful babies real fast. Bam! Look at those beautiful emotes. Goofy Grape did an amazing job on all this stuff, and I just wanted to show it off because honestly, I'm pretty damn proud of how much the channel has grown over the last couple of weeks. And I'm very excited that I was able to get all of this stuff created for anybody who wants to join the channel membership. I will be streaming more now. I will be streaming at least once a week. That way, anybody who is part of a membership gets more opportunity to use their badges and all that stuff. All right, I'm done talking about all this stuff that I'm super, super proud of. Let's get into the patch notes. All right, so these are the patch notes that came out on the 12th, a couple of days ago. And it will be here on the screen. You can pause it and read the entire thing if you wish. I am just going to hit the stuff that I think is very important. The trap collision stuff, there's still issues with that. That hasn't even been fixed. The achievement stuff, I don't care about achievements. The lobby end screen, that's some quality of life stuff. Custom game, that's custom game stuff. All right, here's the first thing that actually matters. The battery match start state. So this means that whenever the game starts, the battery is on. Just like that the generator's on. Now this should have always been a thing. We wanted this to be a thing whenever the technical test happened. But you know what? They finally did it. So good. Good that they finally did it. Now this is a huge buff to the entire family. I, however, think it's the biggest buff to Hitchhiker, which is who I have gameplay with today. And hopefully I'll be able to show you why I think it's the biggest buff to him. There's two levels that if the Hitchhiker is with certain people, he needs to turn on the battery instead of going to set traps and everything. So this completely gets rid of all of that hassle, and Hitchhiker can immediately start doing his trap stuff, which is very, very important to his gameplay. All right, so the next change is you can no longer respect in lobbies, which is a good thing because honestly, lobbies already take forever for people who just, you know, don't ready up because they're, I don't know, walking their dog or something. Not being able to respec in the lobby just makes it even more streamlined. You can still respec all your stuff and you could make a whole bunch of loadouts so that, you know, depending who you're going against, you can pick whatever loadout you want to pick. All of that's fine, but there's no reason for you to have to respec an entire person sitting at the lobby. All right, so this next part is important as well. The bone scrap limits. Any of the bone scrap piles now only have 3 spikes in them. So once the third spike gets out of a pile, that pile no longer has anything in it, which is a good change. That way we don't have infinite, you know, spikes running around the map. They also say that this is just one step in terms of balancing the scrap usage and frequency. So we're going to have to see what that means. And in the patch that's actually coming out in a couple of days, which we're going to look at in a second, they do adjust some of that stuff as well. So we'll see that here in a minute. Now, this patch is already active. This patch is in the game. To continue on with this one, the Cook Lock Usage XP farm. So Cook used to be able to farm XP just by locking and unlocking his lock on her door. Like if he did that, the whole game, he would end up with a lot of XP. They made it so that there's a cap to how much XP you get on that. They have lowered the lobby timers to 3 minutes. That way we don't have to wait 5 minutes for people to not ready up. And they are still working on further anti-cheat tuning and improvements. So hopefully they'll be able to get that as good as possible to get rid of some of the cheaters and to maybe one day allow PC players to play with everybody else again. So those are the patch notes from a couple of days ago. Those are all active in the game. Those are all active in the matches that I'm about to play. Let's jump to the new patch notes that just came out today. All right, so these are the patch notes that were released today, but they are not planned to go through until the 19th. So we still have a couple of days for these to actually go through. So these aren't in the game right now. These are coming up. Once again, pause it if you want to read absolutely everything. I'm just going to kind of skim through it and find the important stuff. All right, so what are they doing to fix Sissy? I will go ahead and read this in its entirety. That way everybody knows what's going on with Sissy. Sissy poison attacks. This bug resulted in all Sissy attacks having a poison effect. Sissy's normal attacks will no longer have a poison effect. Special Blend, which is a perk that she's able to get, can still provide a poison attack only on her next strike. Rubber legs can still slow down victims already affected by poison. It looks like they fixed the bugs with Sissy. Overall, which is going to be a nerf to her. You know, I may play a lot of family, but I do care about both sides of this game. And if somebody on the family side is, you know, taking advantage of an exploit, you know, I think it's bullshit too. So hopefully this resolves all those issues. All right. So the next fix is apparently players could block themselves, which would mess up the matchmaking. I didn't know that was a thing. That's honestly pretty funny. After that, the fuse box locations on Slaughterhouse. The fuse box will no longer spawn next to the Slaughterhouse door. Okay, so that's the very far end of the map. Like pretty much as far as you can get away from the generator is back where the fuse box used to spawn. So that it can't spawn over there anymore. That's awesome, because that was such a shitty spawn whenever it came to family. We have replaced that with a new spawn on the side of the shed near the valve exit gate. So they took the spawn away from the Slaughterhouse door, and they're making a new one that's going to be near the valve exit gate. Like that. Oh, it's that little shed that's in the corner. Okay. Yeah, that's a good spawn. That's a spawn that's like, you're actually able to protect that spawn. So that's good. All right, moving on from there, they also did mess with the valve spawns on Slaughterhouse. We moved the spawn location of the valve handle on the side of the garage to be in a more high traffic area. We moved the spawn location of the valve handle on the side of the animal pen to be in a more high traffic area. So they moved both of the valve handle spawns. They don't say exactly where they moved them to. It's just says a more high traffic area, but they moved both of the valve handles. Interesting. So Slaughterhouse is just going to be completely different now. I am honestly completely fine with all this stuff. I mean, the victims and the family, because the family needs to know where everything spawns as well. But the victims are going to have to get used to, you know, these new valve handle spawns and the new fuse box spawn. So that's going to be interesting. And remember, this isn't out yet. These patch notes that we're reading are not out yet. They don't come out until the 19th. So just keep that in mind. They are nerfing a fishing grappler. This is the perk that would let you keep your scrap after you have a close encounter, or a percentage let you keep your scrap after you had a close encounter. And they lowered the percentage a lot, because I think the percentage used to be like fucking 50%, which is absolutely ridiculous. So they lowered it down to 10, 15, 20%. That is a great change, because what it was before made no fucking sense. And this actually continues on to the next page. Let me see 1 second. Because in conjunction with that last perk, they're also going to adjust Backstabber by reducing the percentage on keeping those as well. Because this was, you have a percentage chance of keeping your bone spike after you do a backstab. So there was one perk for backstabbing and there was one perk for confrontations. And both of them would, like, you had a 50% chance to keep your shit after you backstab somebody or after you confronted somebody. Now, both of them have been reduced to 10, 15, 20%, which is good. 50% was way too fucking high. All right, so there's not specifics on either one of these, but Connie and Leland, both of their ability cooldowns are getting additional time added to their base cooldown. So their base cooldown is going to take longer to get their power back. So it's basically nerfing both Connie and Leland. Leland's not going to be able to shove as often, and Connie's not going to be able to super unlock as often. This is also a good change because Leland and Connie's abilities are both very strong, and they were both able to get them back way too fucking quick. I'm sorry if you're a Leland main, and I'm sorry if you're a Connie main, but this is a good change. All right, next up, Escape Restraints minigame. We have adjusted the minigame to escape your restraints at the start of the match. It will now require slightly more taps to escape, and the overall minigame will take slightly longer to complete. Strength and stealth still affect this minigame, and players can build accordingly. So, this change is happening because all of you victim motherfuckers rush your escapes at the beginning of every fucking match. The fact that the family can't even get through their starting cutscene without all of you motherfuckers being out of your restraints already and waking up grandpa, that's the whole reason that this change is happening. This is a good change. So no matter what, you are going to be stuck in your restraints at least a little bit longer than what you used to be able to. How much longer? We don't know that yet. Like I said, none of this is actually in the game yet. All of this will go into the game on the 19th. So we're just gonna have to wait and see. But this is also a good change. As a family member, I should be able to see my cutscene without everybody already being free and waking up grandpa. Like, that's just fucking ridiculous. And last but not least, they're reverting the requirements of lobbies to launch. They're reverting it back to needing 7 people, which is a no-brainer because nobody asked them to make it so that it was 6. Like, that was a really, really stupid change. So good that they're reverting it back to 7. And that is it for these patch notes. Like I said, these patch notes are not the ones that are active now. Everything that we just read will be out on the 19th. I mean, just to be completely straightforward, it's a lot of victim nerfs. There's a lot of victim nerfs. And if you are a victim main, that may feel bad, but the honest truth here is all of this is going to be better for the game. Like the fact that there's a Texas Chainsaw Massacre game and nobody wants to play Leatherface in a Texas Chainsaw Massacre game, that shit's fucking ridiculous. That is a joke of a Texas Chainsaw Massacre game that nobody wants to be Leatherface. So these victim nerfs were something that really needed to happen. And honestly, this isn't enough. Like, there needs to be more stuff that comes to like the bone spikes and the infinite stuns and everything like that. So, I mean, I hope that we see more stuff like this. And it's not to say that the family, you know, doesn't deserve some nerfs and stuff too. And they are paying attention to the family stuff because they say that they fixed Sissy. You know, we have to see if all of that stuff goes through and if all that stuff is working. Hopefully all of this will be for the betterment of the game. That being said, let me get rid of this box real fast. I do have 2 very good matches of me using Hitchhiker and me not having to do the battery because the batteries are now, which is an awesome change. So I am able to get my traps out early. I am able to do a bunch of good stuff. In one of the games, I'm not sure if I'm going to put it first or second yet, but in one of the games off of one trap, I get 3 different traps and 3 different kills off of one trap. I don't get like the actual kills on all of them, but the reason that they died is because they got into my trap. You know what I mean? Just watch the fucking video. All right, let's go. All right, so they are getting rid of Sunny, and we are in the family house, which is really good because that means, so these are the 2 maps that are the biggest buff to Hitchhiker since we don't have to do the battery anymore. Comparatively, whenever, you know, depending on what family members we have. I think right now we have, yeah, we have Big Buff Boy, so he would have had to have done the battery anyway. But still, it's good not to have to worry about it. So I've been working out where exactly to put this, and it's basically in front of the window, and then like right in front of the tail light. Like if you go right here and then you walk straight, like you basically land like right in front of the tail light. It basically makes it so that whoever jumps out the window is gonna take a lot of damage. So hopefully we line that up right.
Don't you worry about that.
Where is... All right, so it is right here. We'll go ahead and put one in front of it. Sometimes I'll do a cheeky one, like right here in the dark or right here at the front of the stairs. But other times, you know, you just have to put it right there in the front. Let's see if we hit. Oh, perfect. He's dead. That is a perfectly placed trap. And now we just have to reset it. And if anybody else tries to jump out the window, they are also going to die. It's pretty much instant death for whoever goes out it first because of how much the window hurts. But after that, like anybody else that tries to jump out the window, I mean, it's the same thing. It's going to stop them. And is going to do damage to them. So it takes a little while to get used to where the spot is. Fucking loud ass. Loud ass Leatherface. It takes a little bit of time to get used to exactly where that spot is. But once you figure it out, it is massive. Don't do it. Oh, there's number 2. As long as they keep jumping out the window right here, we're just gonna have a body. We're just gonna have a pile of bodies right there. It's so good. Go check the fuse. I haven't really messed with this. Get away from me, Leatherface. You're so fucking loud. The hell? Who are they fighting?
What is all the others doing? Why is this dragging out?
Don't go out the window. Where'd she go? Did she go out the window? Or did she go upstairs? She got snared too. This trap is fucking great. We'll let y'all see. So it's in front of the window right there. In front of the window right there. And then if you stand next to it, it's hard to like gauge exactly where it's at. So it might take a little bit of work, but I'm trying to show you as many different views. Has my mouse been there the whole time? What the fuck? Why is that even on there? I'm trying to show you the different views of it, because once you learn this trap, this map becomes so much more easier. Julie's the only one that's left. Have I seen Julie? Oh no, they got Julie. Okay. That was a great game. That window trap got 3 different fucking people, and everybody that jumped out the window immediately died. Like, it's such a good trap. All right, awesome. All right. They're getting rid of Anna, so we don't need to worry about Anna. But there's no windows in this map. We are at the gas station, so. I mean, Anna's good on any map. She's a fucking tank. So not having to do the battery is obviously a big buff for the Hitchhiker on this map, because that was one of the things that he had to do. Him or Sissy. There's Sissy behind me. Grandpa's right there. Go ahead and put a trap right here. People like to come up through here. Sometimes they don't pay attention. The fuse is somewhere inside. See if we get lucky right here.
Somebody around here has to catch him. You're gonna peter out soon. It always happens.
We will be moving our traps around, so this is just starting off. She fucking ran. She ran by me so fast it like spun my camera out. She's grabbing a valve. She just went back down with the valve.
I should have made more of them traps.
Alright, so one of them has a valve. Ooh, those are some good hits.
You get out of here.
Damn. If we would have got one more hit on her, she would have gone down. She did go down in the tunnel. But if we would have got one more hit on her. Let's move this. Well, did he close that? Oh, he closed that. Actually, no, we're going to leave that there. Julie's in front of me. Two of them are right here on me. Yeah, people running everywhere.
This
Very nice. She was draining from poison that whole time.
just like Grandpa taught me.
Dude, that went from like 0 to 90 in a fucking second. All right, so who made it out of all of that? The Julie is still the only one alive. Julie's the one alive. She's one of the people that had a valve. I told you. Very, very nice. Very nice. Those traps hurt, man. The traps hurt, and my power could be a little bit better, but it's not bad. For the trade-off, it's honestly pretty good. All right, so those are both of the matches. Hopefully you enjoyed them. This video is already a long video because of all of the patch notes and introductions that I did at the beginning. So let's just go ahead and wrap it up. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. Hopefully I see you in another one of my videos, and we